The dream started the night after the battle. At first, Kaito thought they were just echoes of the fight, fragments of trauma replaying in his exhausted mind. But these weren't memories. These were messages. Every night, the same vision, an endless darkness, and a voice that knew his name. "Kaito," the voice called. "My blood, my heir. Come closer." In the dream, Kaito's feet moved without his permission, step by step toward the chained figure. "Who are you?" "You know who I am. You felt me since the moment you touched that crystal. I am the beginning of your power, the source of your bloodline, the reason you were never truly weak." The figure leaned forward, chains groaning. "I am Kazuki Yamamoto, the first Void Sovereign, and I am your grandfather." "That's impossible," Kaito said. "The previous Void Sovereign lived 10,000 years ago. My father, your father was my grandson. Diluted blood, weakened by generations. But you..." Kazuki smiled, a terrible, beautiful smile. "You are different. The Void chose you completely, just as it chose me. I'm nothing like you. Not yet, but you will be. The blood always awakens, and when it does..." The chains around Kazuki began to glow. "You will set me free." Kaito woke up screaming. But the worst part wasn't the nightmare. The worst part was that somewhere, deep inside him, a part of the Void had answered. 2 weeks had passed since Seraphil's retreat. 2 weeks of recovery. 2 weeks of whispers throughout the academy. 2 weeks of dreams that grew more vivid every night. Kaito had told no one about the visions, but Yuki knew something was wrong. She always knew. "You haven't been sleeping," Yuki said. "Not a question. I'm fine. Lie to others if you must. Do not lie to me." Kaito was silent for a long moment. "I've been having dreams. Someone talking to me. Through the Void." Yuki's grip on her staff tightened, almost imperceptibly. But Kaito noticed. "What does he say?" "He says he's my grandfather. He says the blood will awaken. He says I'll set him free." Silence stretched between them like a blade. "Master Yuki, you knew, didn't you?" For the first time since Kaito had met her, the blind sage looked old. Truly old. Not powerful and ancient, just tired and sad. "I had hoped," she said quietly, "that the bloodline had diluted enough. That you would carry the power without carrying the curse." "What curse?" "Sit down, Kaito. It is time you learned the truth about your family." 10,000 years ago, Yuki began, Kazuki Yamamoto was not a monster. He was a hero, the greatest mage of his generation, a defender of the innocent, a man who used the Void's power to protect, not destroy. He had a wife, children, a kingdom that loved him. But the Void is not a gift. It is a hunger. And the more Kazuki used it, the more it consumed him. It started small. Irritation becoming rage. Confidence becoming arrogance. The belief that he knew better than everyone else. That his power gave him the right to decide. Then came the day his wife tried to leave him, to take their children away from what he was becoming. He didn't let her. 3 kingdoms fell in a single night. Millions dead. Not because Kazuki wanted destruction, but because the Void did. And by then, they were the same thing. How was he stopped? The 7 gods themselves descended. It took all of them working together to seal him away, not kill him. Even they couldn't do that. The Void cannot be destroyed, only contained. Yuki turned to face Kaito. "Your father was his great-great-grandson. The bloodline weakened over millennia. Most descendants showed no power at all. Your father had just enough to become a hero in his own right. But you, I got the full thing. Yes, and now Kazuki has sensed you. He's using the connection between your blood to reach you, to corrupt you, to eventually use me to break his chains. Meanwhile, in the realm of the gods, Seraphiel knelt before his masters. For the first time in his existence, he knelt in shame. You failed! The god of order's voice shattered the air itself. Our greatest champion, our undefeated warrior, driven back by a child. My lord, the boy's power. We know what his power is. We sealed it away 10,000 years ago. We know better than anyone what the void can do. Then you understand why I retreated. To continue fighting would have what? Risked your existence. The god of order leaned forward. Did you think we sent you because we valued your safety? Enough, the goddess of fate interrupted. Blaming Seraphiel solves nothing. We have a larger problem. The prison. The prison. The seals we placed on Kazuki 10,000 years ago. They're weakening. The boy's awakening created a resonance. Father and grandson, connected by the void itself. How long do we have? At the current rate of decay, 6 months, perhaps less. Silence fell across the Divine Council. 6 months until the being, who had nearly destroyed existence, walked free. Then we kill the boy now, the god of war growled. Before the connection strengthens further, I will go myself. No retreat, no mercy, problem solved. And if killing the boy accelerates the prison's collapse, silence again. The void connects them, the goddess of fate explained. Kill the grandson, and that energy returns to the grandfather. It could be exactly what Kazuki needs to break free immediately. So we can't kill him, and we can't let him live. What do you suggest? The goddess of fate's eyes flickered with something like calculation. We offer him a choice. In the days following Yuki's revelation, Kaito trained harder than ever, but his mind was elsewhere. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw Kazuki's face, heard his voice, felt the pull of the blood connection. You're holding back, the voice whispered in his thoughts. I can feel your power struggling against its chains. Let me show you how to be free. Get out of my head. I'm not in your head, grandson. I'm in your blood. I've always been there. You just couldn't hear me before. You're going to hurt yourself training like that. Kaito spun around, energy crackling. Arya stood at the edge of the field, arms crossed, expression unreadable. How did you get in here? Grandmaster Yuki gave me access. She thought you could use someone to talk to who isn't 200 years old. I don't need to talk. No, you need to brood and suffer alone. Very productive. The dreams are getting worse, aren't they? Kaito froze. How do you know about your eyes? The crimson is spreading. It pulses when you're fighting something internal. She patted the log beside her. Sit, talk, or don't. But stop pretending you're fine when you're clearly falling apart. For a long moment, neither spoke. Then Kaito told her everything. The dreams, his grandfather, the blood connection, the fear that he was destined to become the same monster that had destroyed civilizations. Arya listened without interrupting. When he finished, she was quiet for a moment. Then she said something unexpected. My great-grandmother killed 3,000 people. Kaito looked at her sharply. What? The Ice Empress, the founder of my bloodline. She was a hero for most of her life. But near the end, she lost control. Froze an entire city because she believed they were plotting against her. They weren't. I didn't know that. It's not in the official histories. My family made sure of that. But we know. Every generation learns the truth on their 16th birthday. So we understand what we carry. Why are you telling me this? Arya turned to look at him directly. Because bloodlines are not destinies, Kaito. My great-grandmother's madness doesn't make me mad. Your grandfather's destruction doesn't make you a destroyer. We inherit power. We don't inherit choices. It was such a simple thing to say, and yet, in that moment, it meant everything. For the first time since the nightmares began, Kaito felt like he could breathe. That evening, Kaito received an unexpected visitor. Not Arya, not Yuki. Someone he never thought would come. "Can I come in?" Kaito stared at his former friend, the boy who had tormented him for 3 years, who had called him a disgrace, who had laughed at his pain. "Why would I let you?" "Because I have something you need, and something I need to say." Against his better judgment, Kaito stepped aside. Ren set the wrapped object on the table but didn't unwrap it. "I watched your fight with Seraphiel," he said quietly. "From my window, saw everything. And I realized something I should have understood a long time ago." He took a breath. "I was afraid of you." "Not afraid of your power," Ren continued. "Afraid of what you represented. My parents died alongside yours. I inherited a divine blessing. You inherited nothing. And yet, you never stopped fighting. So I told myself you were pathetic, that your determination was delusion, that you would never amount to anything. Because if you could succeed with nothing, what did that say about me? About my blessing? About everything I believed made me special?" Ren's hands clenched. "I tore you down because I needed you to be worthless. Because if you weren't, then maybe I wasn't as special as I thought." "This was your father's," Ren said. "My parents kept it after he died. Told me to return it to you when you were ready. And you kept it for 3 years. I kept it because I didn't think you deserved it. Because I was jealous and petty and wrong." He pushed the sword toward Kaito. "I'm not asking for forgiveness. I don't deserve it, but I'm asking for a chance. To stop being your enemy. To maybe help fix what I helped break." "You can't fix 3 years of cruelty with 1 sword and 1 apology. I know. It's going to take a lot more than this. I know. And I might never fully forgive you. I know." Kaito took the sword, felt its weight, his father's weapon, finally in his hands. "But I'm not going to become the monster everyone fears, and that means I can't hold on to hate, not even hate you deserve." He met Ren's eyes. "So we start from zero. No friendship, no trust, just nothing. And we see what gets built from there." Ren nodded slowly. "That's more than I deserve." "Yeah, it is. Don't make me regret it." 3 days later, the gods made their move. Not with violence this time, with diplomacy, if you could call it that. The divine messenger. Not a warrior like Seraphiel, a speaker, a negotiator. The direct voice of the 7 gods themselves. Its presence alone forced every student to their knees. Even the elders bowed. Even Grandmaster Yuki. Only one person remained standing. Kaito. "Kaito Yamamoto," the messenger spoke, its voice filling every mind simultaneously. "The Void Sovereign, we would speak with you. I'm listening. The 7 gods recognize your power. We also recognize the threat you represent, not through malice, but through the nature of what you carry. Get to the point." A flicker of something, annoyance, crossed the messenger's luminous face. "Very well. The gods offer you a choice. Your grandfather's prison is failing. Your awakening accelerated its decay. Within 6 months, perhaps sooner, he will break free. When he does, he will destroy everything you know and love. Not because he hates you, but because the void will demand it. And you want me to stop him. We want you to make a choice. The projection shifted to show two paths. Path 1, surrender yourself to divine custody. We will seal your power as we sealed his. You will live out your days in comfortable isolation, but you will never be a threat. And when Kazuki breaks free, we will face him without the complication of a second Void Sovereign. Imprison me forever. Great option. What's door number 2? Path 2. Accept divine training. Come to our realm. Learn to control the void under our guidance, and when Kazuki breaks free, you will be the one to face him, to destroy what we could only seal. What makes you think I'd trust you? Kaito asked. 3 weeks ago, you sent someone to kill me. Now you want to train me? We sent someone to eliminate a threat. You proved you are more than a threat. You are a potential weapon. We would rather aim that weapon than face it. And if I refuse both options, the messenger's light flickered. Then you face Kazuki alone, with 1 month of training against 10,000 years of experience. And when you inevitably fall, when he consumes your power to add to his own, the destruction of your world will be on your head, not ours. You're saying I have no choice. We're saying your choices have consequences. Welcome to divinity. Kaito laughed. Not hysterical, not broken, confident. You know what's funny? He said. For 3 years, everyone told me I had no choices. I was weak. I was worthless. My fate was decided. Then I awakened, and everyone told me I was dangerous. My fate was still decided, just differently. Now the gods themselves are standing in front of me, telling me my choices are limited, controlled, decided by powers greater than myself. He looked at the messenger directly. I'm starting to see a pattern, and I'm done playing along. I choose neither. The messenger's light flared. That is not an option. It is now. I won't be imprisoned, and I won't be your weapon. I'll train here, with my teacher, with my friends, on my own terms. And when Kazuki breaks free, then I'll face him as myself, not as your puppet, not as his heir, as Kaito Yamamoto, the person who never stopped fighting, even when everyone said it was pointless. He raised his hand, void energy crackling around his fingers. Tell your gods I'm grateful for the warning, but I've been handling impossible odds my whole life. I don't need divine guidance to face them. I just need time, and I'll take as much as I need. Perhaps there is hope for you after all, the messenger said quietly. The previous Void Sovereign would never have refused power freely offered. I'm not my grandfather. No, you are not. We shall see if that makes any difference. The messenger began to fade. You have 6 months, Kaito Yamamoto. Perhaps less. When the prison falls, you will face what's inside, alone or not. Looking forward to it? You shouldn't be. But your defiance is noted. The divine light vanished, the sky closed, and Kaito stood alone, having just rejected the gods themselves. That night, Kaito dreamed again, but this time it was different. This time, his grandfather wasn't waiting. His grandfather was showing him something. You can't go, Kaito's mother pleaded. The baby, if I don't go, there won't be a world for the baby to live in. The cult of oblivion has found the prison. They're trying to release him. Then let someone else. There is no one else. I'm the only one with void blood, the only one the seals respond to. He touched her face. I'm not going to fight him. I'm going to strengthen the seals. Buy another generation of safety. That's all. And if you don't come back, then raise our son to be better than his bloodline. Promise me. In the vision, Kaito saw his father fighting through cultists, saw him reaching the ritual chamber, saw him confronting the leader of the cult of Oblivion, and saw the leader's face, a face Kaito had seen in academy portraits, a face belonging to someone who had been killed in the same battle that took his parents, the former headmaster of Tensho Academy. "Now you see," Kazuki's voice echoed in his mind. "Your parents weren't killed by the enemy. They were sacrificed by the very people who were supposed to protect them. That's impossible. The headmaster is alive, hidden, still leading his cult, still preparing for my return. You're lying, trying to manipulate me. I'm telling you the truth for the first time in your life. The gods lied. The academy lied. Everyone who was supposed to protect you used your family as pawns." Kazuki's laugh echoed through Kaito's soul. "And now, grandson, now you have a choice to make. Not between good and evil, not between gods and monsters, but between accepting comfortable lies and burning the world to reveal the truth." Arya found him first. "Kaito! What's happening?" "He showed me my parents, the headmaster." "What about the headmaster?" "Kaito, you're not making sense." Yuki arrived, her face grave. "He knows. Kazuki showed him." Arya spun toward her. "Showed him what?" Yuki was silent for a long moment. "The truth about how the previous headmaster of this academy murdered Kaito's parents to try to free a god of destruction. And he's still alive. Hidden. Waiting. Preparing. Where is he?" Kaito's voice was different now. Older, harder, touched by the void in a way it hadn't been before. "Kaito, you can't. My mother died giving birth to me because my father was fighting cultists. My father died strengthening a prison for a monster he never wanted to inherit. And the person responsible is still alive?" The ground cracked beneath his feet. "Tell me where he is." Yuki looked at this boy she had trained, this boy she had hoped to save, and saw the same fire that had once burned in his grandfather's eyes. "I'll tell you," she said quietly, "but not because you demanded it, because you deserve to know. And because when you find him," she gripped her staff, "I'm coming with you." The gods offered him power. He refused. His grandfather showed him truth. He listened. And now Kaito has a new target. The man who murdered his parents and hid within the very institution that raised him. But hunting a cult leader who's evaded gods and empires for 20 years won't be easy. And every step Kaito takes toward vengeance brings him closer to becoming the monster everyone fears. Can he find the former headmaster without losing himself? Will the cult of Oblivion succeed in freeing Kazuki? And what happens when Kaito finally confronts the man who destroyed his family? Part 4 is coming soon. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the hunt. And tell me in the comments, if you discovered your parents were murdered by someone everyone thought was dead, what would you do? See you in the next chapter.